because there's a lot of misinformation. That it's hell.
Yes.
It wasn't hell for me.
All right, it's after the show, and we're talking a little bit about menopause, a topic I love to get into on the show, but I'll be honest with you. When I started on Cityline 14 years ago and we talked about menopause, I wasn't really interested. I didn't hear anyone talking about it. I didn't really know the big deal. I didn't even know the situation from my mom, except for the fact that my dad bought her a fan with a remote control. So I was like, something's going on there. But I didn't really know. I didn't really have the details. Lo and behold, now I'm going through perimenopause. It's all I want to talk about. I want to talk about the symptoms, and I say this all the time. I'm not going out like that. Like, I'm going to do whatever is out there possible to make this journey of my life not the hell that everyone makes it out to be. So we want to talk about if menopause is having sort of like a moment right now. I feel like articles are being written. Big celebrities are talking about it.
Products are being made.
Mayor, you went through menopause how long ago, would you say?
Forever. It seems like, maybe...
It's ongoing for a long time.
No, it just gradually went away. I had the best sailing through menopause ever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you know what? When you look at the science of it, it's like, I ate a lot of fiber, I exercised, I didn't drink that much. I didn't eat a lot of added sugar, so I was doing everything right. I didn't even know it.
Got it.
But when I went to talk about it, people were like, "Oh my God, that's rude. Like, I don't want to know about that." And so no one talked about it at all. And so with all this talk, it's like, yay, because there's a lot of misinformation. That it's hell. It wasn't hell for me. Now it was hell for my mother, who was like angry and sweating and like hemorrhaging. And I didn't have that journey. So I think we need to talk about it. I'm so happy that you are. You're leading the way.
We need to talk about it, and we also need to talk about, to me, the fact that it's a package that comes with the confidence. For me, I will take these health biological symptoms because the person I am in this moment at this age, I like her.
Yes.
I can't necessarily say that 10, 20 years ago. So let's talk about some of the positive things. Sarah, how do you feel about menopause? Do you feel people are talking about it more? What's your journey been like?
I think definitely I've seen you talk about it a lot more, which is amazing. I love that you talked about like the health benefits. I think for me, coming from like a fitness background, a lot of people are talking about like, okay, like, maybe not exercising to whatever, lose weight or what your goals are, but exercising so that transition to make you feel good, give you that energy. Like, we're strength training because we want to make sure you keep that muscle. We want to make sure that you're eating healthy so that transition is enjoyable. I love that you said that. You don't hear a lot of people here, like, so a lot like us who are kind of coming up to it. I'm nervous. I'm scared because I'm like, I don't know what to expect. So it's so nice hearing that there's different ways of going through it and kind of like doing what you can to prep for it, so it's not as scary, and learning as much about it as you can too.
Totally. And I didn't even ask you this before we started doing this, Viv, but any signs of any symptoms yet that you're comfortable talking about, or are you far away from it and you're just like, what is that thing that they're all talking about?
Well, so last May I had my uterus removed, so I had a hysterectomy.
Okay, yes.
And so then one of the things was, well, if we remove your ovaries, you'll go into early menopause.
Right.
And of course, with all the negativity, I was like, no, I don't want to go through that right now. So I kept my ovaries but removed everything else.
Got it.
And so for me, I remember my mom being in her late 40s and still having her period, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
But you know,
late 40s.
but the good thing about having a later onset menopause is that your estrogen protects your heart and your bones. I mean, I have osteoporosis because I went through menopause so early. And I've lifted weights and done all that stuff, but it doesn't matter because that estrogen is really, really protective. So hang on to your period.
Oh, well, no,
hang on!
It's gone.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, but your ovaries, your hormones are there.
You've got estrogen.
I've got that.
Okay, and do you worry about it anymore? Are you feeling more comfortable about it because people are talking about it more?
Yes, more comfortable. I mean, I'm seeing it on Twitter. There's products.
Yes.
Apparently, there's skin products just for menopausal women.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to trying all. I
missed that.
Apparently, we got different skin when you don't have a period or something.
The thing, as I talk to you about this, Sarah, some people are saying, well, I think it's because millennials are coming towards their menopausal years, and there's an oversharing thing that came up with millennials. So there's more willingness to talk, but also it's a great group to market to.
Yes.
Maybe that's where those products are coming
yes.
to. True. What are your thoughts about menopause right now? Is it having a moment?
I think it's having a moment. Like, I think it's having a moment, like, in the wider, like, you know, products, like you say, marketing world, and also, like, in our clusters of friendships. Like, my friend, I'm so grateful my friends are kind of telling me about what's around the corner.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should mention that includes my friends who are transgender and non-binary, because I think very often when we're talking about menstruation, having a period, menopause, we forget that anyone with ovaries
will
have this experience, right? So it's so cool that like more and more people are talking about it from different perspectives.
Absolutely. So let's just keep the menopause train going.
Yeah, let's go. Keep it going.
Talk about it ad nauseum, right? Absolutely. Botox and menopause. I'm ready for it. Thank you. Oh, I forgot that one. Add in
That's
the
a good
orgasms.
one. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, good.
You literally were like, oh.
No, no.
We're not